Hey guys, Sergeant Searsy here. This is my Necromancer build. It incorporates thorns on myself and my minions, as well as a little blood surge to keep those baddies on the ground. I hope this helps. I'm completing content at World Tier 4. Most of these bad guys are 9 levels above myself, and they're still meeting my demise. Hope it helps. Leave in the comments if you think there's things I can do to make it better, and good luck out there. Alright guys, let's get into the build. So the way I prioritized my gear was, first I went for anything that had thorns. After thorns it was intelligence. After intelligence it was anything to do with basic skill attack speed or basic skill damage. Following that was anything with overpower. Other than that, I tried to focus on a couple of aspects which we'll get into now. So this first one on my helmet, the Bone Storm, gains a barrier for all the way for each hit for 10 seconds. This is kind of what keeps me alive. The star of the show, Razor Plate, we just got this last night, but it's not a mandatory piece. I was running World Tier 4 just fine without it. But as you can see, I gained 7,963 thorns. Lowest roll possible, but it still is getting the job done. Next for the aspect, whenever your blood skills overpower, you gain 30% attack speed. This is huge because I'm getting overpower hits constantly, and I'll show you when we get to the skill tree. This is a no luck roll, not required, but I have the 7 or more minions. You gain 17% increased damage reduction. Next thing I pulled is maximum number of skeletal warriors is increased by 2 as I use my skeleton army for the thorn damage. Bone Storm, again, after it consumes 8 corpses, the duration is increased. So this, again, just helps me stay on my feet a little longer. Another star of the show, Blood Surge. This is a unique. My minions also produce a Blood Surge. So 460 damage. Damage is increased by 10% per target. Based off my initial cast, this thing absolutely destroys when I have all my minions up. Basic skills, gain 30% attack speed. Again, another priority for me. A lot of my damage comes from my basic attack. Another blood orbs reduce my ultimate cooldown. This helps me get the Bone Storm up and running as much and as frequent as possible, keeping me on my feet. And then finally, consuming a corpse has a 20% chance to spawn a blood orb. Blood orbs, as you'll see soon, keep me alive, producing more damage, and they attempt to keep my skeleton army on their feet. Alright, so Book of the Dead. Skeleton warriors, we put on defender for the thorn inherent off of me, 30-40%. Skeleton mages are sacrificed. I sacrifice these guys for the 40% increase in overpower damage. And golem, I went with bone golem, again for the 30-50% thorns. Alright, so going into the abilities. We use Hemorrhage. The primary purpose of Hemorrhage is to form a blood orb. Also, it allows me to fortify, keeping my health hopefully over healthy. A new introduction because of the unique is Blood Surge. Still has a little bit of work to do. But one of the key features to this is if the enemy is damaged by Blood Surge while I'm healthy, again, hopefully staying healthy, I gain 1 stack of Overwhelming. Off 5 stacks, I do Overpower. Passive, chance on making corpses. We like corpses, you know what I'm saying? We a Necro. Thorns, Spiked Armor passive, just to bump up my thorns even more. Skeleton Warriors, I gave them a little more health. As well as damage. I'm struggling right now with this build to keep my skeleton warriors on their feet, World Tier 4, but I think that's the level gap. Death's Embrace passive, fully maxed to increase damage close to me. Death's Reach, increase damage by enemies that are further away from me. I completely pulled all the passives in the Gruesome Mending tree. All of these. This one is utilized to try to keep my minions alive so I can keep that blood surge pumping. Blood skills deal increased overpower and doubled if I am healthy. Again, trying to stay healthy with the blood spheres. Or blood orbs, sorry. While healthy, your blood skills deal more increased damage. And hitting enemies with blood skills has a 25% chance to fortify me. So keeping my health up, keeping my fortify up. Barrier from the bone storm. Stay healthy. Lots of overpower. Lots of increased damage coming out of the blood skills. That's it. Oh, nope. Let's not forget about the star of the show, or one of them, Corpse Tendrils. All right. This thing, I believe, is a must for any Necro. Corpse Tendrils has a 30% chance to make even more blood orbs. And then enemies who are in range of Corpse Tendrils are slowed and then pulled. This is just so fantastic for just grouping up those rooms. Coming down further down the tree, a little bit more into Golem Mastery, making them hit harder. And then Bone Storm. This is just a dot damage over time, 10 seconds. We have the things for reduction in damage, as well as critical strike trance. We might drop these and put those passives somewhere else, but we'll see. And then Wrathman's Vigor, increase your maximum life by 10% after being healthy for 15 seconds. When I do that, my next blood skill overpowers, right? So we get overpower guarantee here, and we get overpower guarantee off of our blood surge on the 5th stack. Going into the Paragon tree, I am still figuring this bad boy out, but I have primarily focused intelligence, as Necromancer Thorns scale off of intelligence. So I have really been just dumping into intelligence as often as I can and scooping up anything that increases my intelligence and damage after. All right, guys, that's the build. I hope it helps. It's working for me. Skelly Army is crushing it. Thorns is crushing it. Blood Surge is crushing it. Left, left, right, left. You don't know your right from left. Quick time, march. Rope, halt. Raiders, welcome. Take a seat. Strap in. This one might get a little bumpy. Forward, march. You don't know your right from left. Left, left, right, or left. Stay in, stay up.